How does the GraphicRiver work? Well, there are thousands of designers flocking to sell their designs in GraphicRiver and buyers who constantly look at the best design we can look for and to use for their own products. Like I said before, GR or GraphicRiver is very picky and staff decides on the actual price. Also, GraphicRiver is also very picky about designs, so we can reject your design, but please don't worry about it if you keep the following tips in mind, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. And remember that GraphicRiver is filled with thousands of unique and quality designs, so it's very obvious where staff won't entertain low quality work or duplicate content. And as an author, you are going to get around 70% of the sale price. So the other 30% of the sale is going to GraphicRiver or Envato Market. I mean, it's probably a good deal because you are using their platform, and that's probably a very good deal to get 70% of your sale. And how to get accepted in the GraphicRiver. So, first of all, read the guidelines and the rules carefully. So you are going to need to look for the guidelines of your specific item and keep those guidelines and rules in mind. Submit only the best designs. Be unique, or just create something different from what other designers create. So what I mean is, you don't want to copy exactly the same designs what the other designers have in the GraphicRiver marketplace. So you probably want to make sure you are not copying exactly the same designs. You can get ideas from other designers, so it's a very good practicing tip to get those ideas from other designers, from successful designers probably. But please keep in mind that you don't want to copy the exact same designs for your item. But if you do this, you are going to get rejected 100%. Group your Photoshop layers and have a standard procedure of it. So I mean, you need to keep in mind that you have to group your Photoshop layers and name your Photoshop layers exactly. Very good, and the user who is going to buy your item should be ready to use it for his own product in no time. And lastly, never submit incomplete work. So you need to make sure you have submitting your completed work and the best design you have created, and that's it. Those tips are how to get accepted. So if you are going to create your designs, you probably need to make sure you know these tips. And lastly, I want to show you a few helpful tips on how to make probably the best out of the GraphicRiver. So the first one is only upload your best work. Double check the requirements. So as I said before in a previous slide, learn from other designers and always check most desired items in the market. So you need to make a research probably of the other designers and of the other items in the GraphicRiver. So in our case, user interface design, you are probably going to need to make sure you have your trends in the pocket. So for example, there is going to be a new Android operating system in a couple of months, I think, if I'm not mistaken, so you need to make that in mind. Stay tuned with the latest design trends, as I said in a second. Write good description of your item, so it helps also for SEO or search engine optimization. and try to sell more than one type of content on Envato to increase the sales. So I got this error over there, but it should be increased sales. So you probably want to make designs for Team Forest, which is the same from the Envato market, but it provides the users the web content. So it's going to be WordPress designs, HTML designs, or just PSD designs for the websites. Or you can even collaborate with the developer and create a good quality and good design looking WordPress templates, which sells, just perfectly. There are a lot of creators and sellers who makes millions of this one single WordPress theme. And VideoHive is, if you know a little bit about After Effects or something like this, you can sell your items, your video, your animations, your explainer videos, etc. on the VideoHive, which is also on an Envato marketplace. And I think that's it for today's lesson, and in the next lesson I'm going to show you how to promote your work which was uploaded and on a GraphicRiver.